Let us treat the subject of finite and infinite verbs. A lot of persons have heard about finite and infinite verbs, but they are still to understand the subject of these two terms. Finite and infinite verbs are very commonly used in English language, even in the definition of some terms. For instance, in the definition of phrase, we have that a phrase is a group of words that does not contain a finite verb and forms part of a sentence. Also, in the definition of clause, a clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a finite verb. Also, a sentence. A sentence is a group of words that contains a subject and a finite verb and makes complete sense. So the term finite verbs as well as infinite verb are common in English language. So in this video, I am going to simplify finite verbs to the understanding of everyone, while in part 2 of this video, I will treat infinite verbs. So I encourage you to be patient and watch till the end. So what are finite verbs? Finite verbs are verbs that can be inflected for number and tenses in sentences. Let me explain. When a verb can change its form from singular to plural and from plural to singular depending on the number or plurality of the subject, and also when a verb can change from past to present and from present to past, then such verb is said to have been inflected or it is inflectable. So finite verbs are verbs that can be inflected for number and tenses in sentences. So verbs that can take singular and plural forms and vice versa, and verbs that can become past or present tense in sentences are finite verbs. Now, let us look at the following set of questions. Identify the finite verb in each sentence below. Number 1. She has gone to do some exercises. In this sentence, there are 3 verbs. One is has, the other is gone, and the third is do. Which of these verbs is a finite verb? Option A, do. B, gone. C, has. D, none of the above. Now let us look at them one after the other. We have do. In this sentence, can the word do be inflected? We have she has gone to do some exercises. If we decide to make the subject of this sentence to be plural, the word do will still remain the same. For instance, they have gone to do some exercises. So in this sentence, do cannot be inflected. So do is not a finite verb. Next, let's look at gone. Gone remains what it is. Even if the subject of this sentence changes to plural, the word gone still remains what it is. For instance, we have she has gone. If we have plural subject, we still have they have gone. So gone cannot be inflected. Gone, therefore, is not a finite verb. Next, let's look at has. We have that she has gone. If the subject of this sentence becomes plural, then has will change. For instance, they have gone. So you notice that the verb has can be inflected. It can change to the plural form if the subject is plural. It can also be in the past form. For instance, she had gone. Therefore, the verb has is a finite verb in this sentence, and the correct option is option C. Next, question 2. John said that he enjoyed reading. Which of these verbs is a finite verb? Option A, said. Option B, enjoyed. Option C, both A and B are correct, while option D, none of the above. Now, in this sentence, there are 2 verbs. One is said, the other is enjoyed. Both verbs are in the past tense. Can they be inflected? Let us look at this one. John said that. We can also decide to say, John says that. In other words, this verb can be inflected to be in the present tense. John says that he enjoys reading. Enjoy also can be inflected to be in the present tense. So both verbs can be inflected. Therefore, they are both finite verb. And the correct option is option C. Next, number 3. I am trying to get the ticket. The verbs here are, one is am, the other is trying, while the third one is get. Which of these 3 verbs is a finite verb? A, am, B, trying, C, get, D, none of the above. Now let us take them one after the other. Option A, am. Can am be inflected? The answer is yes. I am. If we change the subject to plural, then it will become we are trying. So am will become inflected to are. Am can also be inflected to be in the past tense, so that you have I was trying. Therefore, am is a finite verb in this sentence. Next, let's look at trying. The verb trying cannot be inflected even if the subject changes. I am trying. We are trying. You find out that trying cannot be in the singular form, cannot be in the plural form, cannot be in the past form. It cannot be inflected. Therefore, trying is not a finite verb. Option B is wrong. Next, option C, get. Take a look at the verb get. Even though the verb get has a past tense, which is got, and also has a singular term, which is gets, but in this very sentence, the verb get cannot be inflected. You will say, I am trying to get. Even if the subject of the sentence becomes plural, you will now have we are trying to get. You find out that whether the subject is in singular or in plural, the verb remains the same. You cannot also use this verb in the past tense. You can't say, I am trying to got. No. Or, I am trying to get. No. Therefore, the verb get in this very sentence is not a finite verb. So, option C is wrong. Option D says none of the above, but we have established that am is a finite verb. Therefore, the correct option is option A. And finally, number 4. My parents were happy to see me. The verbs here are were, and the other one is see. Which of these 2 verbs is a finite verb? Option A, see. Option B, were. Option C, both A and B are correct. Option D, none of the above. So you try this. Which of these is a finite verb? Put your answer in the comment section and watch out for part 2 where I treat infinite verbs. Thank you.